Hello guys, my name is Ryder and I welcome you to the second part of Doki Scattered Stars. Now it's episode 1, where I was recording Dimensions. The first episode of Scattered Stars came out. And I thought to myself, episode 1, there will be new content, and there is new content. It's basically a revamped demo. And yeah, the first time I've already tried to record this, but the audio fucking went off, so yeah. So you can see that I've already played some of it, but that won't dissuade me from playing again, because, well, I obviously need it for a let's play. So there was new stuff added, like those notes, which will be at the end. At the end of this episode, fully read by me. But right now, we should head forward. Well, look at that. Seems very actually early for once. Yeah. As we entered the room, barely half the class hasn't even arrived yet, which is kinda surprising. This is by far the only class I know where everyone either makes it on time, or like me and Netsuki, we arrive early. But I don't really care. That just means less people to deal with, for now at least. Both me and Netsuki walk to our desks, and unfortunately, for my sanity's well-being, our desks are right next to each other. It's not that I don't want to sit next to Netsuki. I actually don't mind it. It's the part where she doesn't shut her mouth at all in this class that bothers me. Since this is our mystical arts class, and nearly everything we learn here piques our interest, including my own, Netsuki's level of passion for this class is borderline lunatic, which bleeds the constant running of her mouth to me. And only me. Hey, Netsuki, can you do me a favor? Depends if I like it or not. Forget it, never mind. You want me to shut up for this class, huh? No, I want you to tell me all about Chapter 12 of Arcane Arts and how useful it is. Oh really? I mean, you had such interest in arcane arts. Well, let me press you with my knowledge. But does she have to be as sarcastic as me? Taking our seats, she begins running her mouth about magic. It doesn't take long before I tune out of her nonsense, and simply silence there out the window, the usual. Students gather around the courtyard, rushing to get to their classes on time, while some walked without a care in the world. Even one of them I see leaving the front gate. I wish that was me right now, leaving this wretched place. What am I even doing here? I should be home hibernating until the world becomes less riddled with idiots. Not stuck here in this stupid school being tormented by society's idea of healing. I much rather be dragged to a boiling lake of tar than participate in such a bogus lie. But I made a promise to instead of annoying someone to do this very annoying thing. By all means, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for that. I should have kept my mouth shut and accepted the edge chewing. But it is wiser, I guess, no use complaining about something you can't change. And besides, a promise is a promise. I'm not someone who takes pride in sharing them, even if I want to break it with the deepest reaches of my cold heart. But I won't, because that means I'll become the very thing I hate. Quite frankly, I personally enjoy not disliking myself. I mean, I got decent looks, I'm going to support high grades, everythingness, and a realistic point of view. Hey, are you ignoring me? I continue to ignore her. You are ignoring me! I was until you interrupted me. What? How does that make any bit of sense? Same sense while you're still talking to me. I see how it is. You know, you're being more of an ass today than usual. And that's a problem to me, how? She goes silent, but not without glaring a hole into my soul. I'll admit I'm being more of a gay jackass than I usually am. I usually remain quiet and silent in the corner, everyone. But anyone who dares to attempt to understand me should already be well aware that some days your emotions can be as meaningless to me as killing a fly. Jack. Facing forward, she must know I'm a lost cause at this point, or at least for the meantime. Either way, she finally decided to shut her mouth, paving a way to some much needed pace and quiet. What? I take my attention away from the window to observe the class. You gotta be kidding me. When the hell did they all get here so fast? Was I really that in tune with my thoughts? Alright guys, for those who are still standing, please take your seats so we can start today's lesson. The many standing students shuffle to their desks. It doesn't take long for everyone to be seated. Alright then, with everybody seated, let us get started today. Giving a dry erase maker, Tish begins writing something on the board. He's done in a few seconds. Beasts. Seriously? This better be interesting. Speaking of interest, it seems like the whole class is hooked, and unfortunately for myself, it even got Netsuki's attention. Which is the opposite of saying aside for sore eyes. Looks like I can kiss my plan to ignore Netsuki goodbye. Alright guys, with the topic of the day on the board, I would like you all to turn to page 489 in your textbook so everyone can follow along. Page 489. Does fucking everyone have textbooks for all of high school or what? 489? Okay. I want to see what the previous section are filled with. Easy mathematics. We took out our textbooks from underneath the desk and begin finding the page. And by we, I mean them, because I don't even have a book under mine. Double checking, there's still a book that magically appeared. Ah, son of a... What seems to be the problem, Mr. Guy? I think the problem is pretty obvious, If it was obvious, I wouldn't have asked. Even though he tried to sound calm and nice, I can see right through his hidden annoyance. Pretending to place a book on my desk, I open it up and begin flicking through the pages with a confused expression on my face. Mr. Ikai, what are you doing? Looking for page 489. But you don't have a book. Wait, what? I don't? Oh my, how foolish of myself! It's like I never had a book to begin with! I'm so embarrassed! Okay, Mr. Ikai, I get it. A simple explanation would have been better. If you don't have a book, then maybe you can share off someone. How about you share with Miss Saito? I look over at Natsuki. Yeah, that's not happening. Lowering my eyes, I take out my notebook for notes. Okay. A new entry has been added. Entry voting as if. Not understanding my response, Teach just stands there looking stupid. Well, are we gonna start? He simply sighs in reply. Let's begin then, shall we? Journal entry has been added, okay. Entry 15. I'll become the very image I hate. I hate those who break their promises like it's nothing more than killing a mosquito. By coming to a path with no intention to uphold it. In my eyes, promises are worse than lies. When you construct an empty pledge to someone, you raise their spirit, hopes and faith, but in reality they don't know how unsure you are. They are unaware if you even want to follow through with that promise or not. And when they realize that you abandon that vow, they are crushed, betrayed, abandoned. You shattered that expectation they held so dear to them, whether it be small or major. No matter how in-depth that promise is rooted into their soul, there is one fact that never changes. The fact that you betrayed their trust. And man, you betrayed someone's trust. And when you betrayed someone's trust, who's to say they won't betray you? Promises are worse than lies. There is no greater fraud than a vow that can be kept. In return, while society is filled with extortion. Because we live in a world built on promises constructed by lies. Jesus. Well, so far the class is relatively interesting, I'll admit. So far we have learned about the giant species of snakes called Titanoboa. Titanoboa. They're overly huge or for no apparent reason other than to just be big and live back as far as the dinosaur times. They may be long and fat, but like any other snake, they can move extremely fast, and if it depicts you as food, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye. But that's usually rare. Most Titanoboas don't attack humans unless you are perceived as a threat to them, and even then, you most likely won't be eaten. Kill yes, but not eaten. Despite the mass and size, they have an appetite for a hummingbird. Surprise, surprise. Eating a single crocodile can cure its hunger for an entire year. Now, that doesn't mean they still won't swallow you whole if you piss them off. It's uncommon, it depends on its attitude, but some Titanoboas will swallow you whole, touches you alive, and then spit you right out. The worst part is that there's a slight offset chance that you may very well be still alive and actively conscious during the whole process. It's one hell of a way to die. But the way I see it, if you're stupid enough to provoke one of those monsters, then you get what's coming to you. You know, they kinda remind me of you. I don't even want to know. Well, too bad. I'm not telling anyways. Let's hear it then. Now, fair to have a bad attitude when you get too close. Did she just call me fat? What the hell did you even get that correlation from? I'm not even fat. Whatever you say, fatty. Illogical thinking is a plague. Please go find an ears doctor. Ignoring her, I turn my attention to the lesson. Our teacher is currently talking about trolls. Trolls are monsters, creatures, or whatever the hell you want to call them, that has been around since the unbeing of mankind. They are exactly friendly and quite frankly, they hate anybody who dares to disturb them, which has caused multiple incidents over the years. There once was almost a war against trolls in the Middle Ages because a prince got too curious and decided to raid one of their homes. Let's just say when he returned, he wasn't exactly recognizable, let alone fully intact. Although they might be shorter than your average Natsuki, dumber than your average Arito, and slower than your average Sayori, those little walking abominations are deadly, and that's an understatement. Piss one off, and he or she will break every bone in your body without breaking a sweat. Hence the mutilated prince. However, when it comes to hung humans, even though they look like us, the trolls don't believe them to be a threat. Instead, they usually ignore them or even converse with them. Which is no surprise if I'm being perfectly honest here, simply due to the fact that both of them aren't human to begin with. But for us, yeah, they won't kill us. Luckily for the curious minds here, trolls live far away as humanly possible from people. Usually somewhere where hardly any, if not no human, if no human activity resides. If they lived anywhere remotely close, there will be a lot of students either going to the hospital or coughing. Today's society passionately reinforces the saying, curiosity killed the cat. Don't say anything, I already know what you can't say. What was I about to say then? That my attitude is just as big as them. Well, that's true, but that's not what I was gonna say. What then? That you... Roasting battles with Miss Exposition! Yay! They're just as ugly as you. Seriously? You're your pain. Ignoring her once again, I center my attention to class. Now we are talking about the Cyclops, the bigger, nasty and handsomer, still ugly as hell, version of a troll. Cyclops are huge one-eyed humanoid monsters that live not only outside humanity, but also within the population. Naturally, you'll find them living in some type of colony in places absent of human activity, such as in the wilderness. However, not all Cyclops do. For the ones that live among us, you generally find them hidden away in nearby forests, abandoned houses, really anywhere dark and out of reach of humans. Now when I say these guys are dangerous, I'm not exaggerating. Unlike Jaws or Titanoboas, these one-eyed freaks won't attack if you're too close or if they feel threatened. They'll start swinging as soon as they lay their tiny little eye on you. Humanity and humans have had a bad rap with these uncivilized freaks in the past, and to be honest, we still do now. Not only have we gone to war with them in recent history, these barbarians are still out there committing murders and atrocities with multiple communities as much as humans do. It's a huge problem. Unlike a person, when you can chase, injure or kill them off with ease, Cyclops are the complete opposite. They're nowhere near as weak and thin-skinned as a normal human being, even for us experts. They're overly strong, agile, thick-skinned, and even some possessing abilities as we do. As if one of our abilities wasn't hard enough. In other words, they are mankind's stupider, taller, lethal, horrendous looking all the better. Thankfully for us, we hadn't had any Cyclops incidents near the city, but who's to say there won't be any in the future? If they were to start showing up, things would be a real problem. I honestly don't give a single care in the world if that were to happen. The lives of the people I care about would be put into danger. That's a way to avoid. Even though I will have to live my life being threatened every day because of our chance of my horrendous luck deciding to completely screw me over, school will be cancelled. If there is no school, then that means no people, and no people means some goddamn peace of mind. But as persons that sounds, I'm much rather not have that happen. The reason being, the lives of people I know will be put into danger, and that's a way to avoid. My goal in life is to do as little as possible, not to become some type of reasonable guardian. But in a serious sense though, if that day ever comes, I won't hesitate to hand them to the best of my abilities. Even this annoying surpass sitting next to me. Hey, Arito, I didn't know you were related to a Cyclops. You dry chuckles from around me. Do you seriously have to compare me to every single monster that we learn about? Yeah, you're right. You should be able to on your own. If I had to throw a stick, you leave, right? What's that supposed to mean? Are you calling me a dog? Are you calling yourself a dog? Whatever. I'd rather be a dog than some abomination like you. I changed my mind. I will gladly watch a Cyclops ripper with the shreds. I focusing my solar catch onto the next creature. However, I missed a little bit due to Netsky. Draugr are often seen as fallen human warriors whose lives were never put to rest. However, that's not the case. Draugrs weren't just undead humans, they actually ranged from many other warriors, just as non-humans, trolls, goblins, minotaurs, and even the Cyclops. No matter what species it belonged to, if it was a warrior that hasn't been laid to rest, it becomes a Draugr. I have a question. Yes? There doesn't happen to be any chance we'll ever see one, right? Haha, that's something you won't ever have to worry about. Proceeds to have a fight with a Draugr in the third act. Although Draugrs are undead creatures and difficult to dispatch, they have been labeled extinct for over hundreds of years. Fun fact, despite being extinct, the last remaining Draugr was discovered not too long ago in the Sahara Desert. However, when it was found, it became rather hostile to its discoverers, which they really wanted one of the explorers. Thankfully, receiving a call for help, nearby Helix members assisted the group and proceeded to officially label the Draugr population completely extinct. So there's no need to worry about an undead warrior stumbling into the school anytime soon, or either, or ever, for the matter. Let's read the entry. Helix Division. Not much is known about this top secret, not so top secret anymore, global security division, other than that they don't work for any nation. Instead, they are a large collective group of special agents who've come from numerous nations whose sole purpose is protection of Earth's inhabitants from global threats, while hiding in the shadows. They were so well hidden no one knew they existed, not even the various governments those agents originated from. That was until recently. You know what, I'm interested. How they were able to hide it from their own governments. And what the fuck happened for the Helix Division to be revealed? I'm interested in that. The glass breathes a sigh of relief. I heard about Draugrs before, not very much though. Like what our teacher said, they are an absolute pain in the ass to dispose of. I mean, you can't really kill something if it's already dead now, can you? Even though you cut it down, blow it up, or even turn it to ash, they always come back, no matter what you do. And since Draugr meant exactly offending Eivor, their lust for vengeance sculpted them into one of the most feared creatures in the world. They wreaked havoc across the land, killing any organism that would dare challenge them, which how is they earned their reputation. That's basically all I know. I had this from an article when the last remaining Draugr was found and killed, per se. The witnesses, aka the explorers who found it, explained that it took a measurable amount of strength and tactics to kill it off for good. This are being handled by the Heroics Division. That organization is in a pushover, so the situation alone practically explains how troublesome Draugrs were. I feel Natsuki's menacing eyes watching. What? Nobody's scared this time? No, I'm just trying to figure out if you're dead or not. You know, you've been making a lot of unnecessary comments about me. It's like, you can't stop thinking about me. Are you perhaps exercising your tsundere nature because you are secretly in love with me? Snapping her pencil in half, her face glows bright with embarrassment. Ah, the pleasure I see from people's humiliation. It's a fantastic feeling. Well, shut up! You don't know what you're talking about! You do it. No, stop, just stop talking! But I said shut up! Excuse me. Her mouth drops with overwhelming dread upon hearing someone's voice. Is everything alright over there? Whole class is looking at us. Everything is fine, sir. Just me making someone feel absolutely miserable. Nothing new. Again, Mr. Ikai? That's already the sixth time this month. I want to see you after class. Yes, sir. God damn it. Now, I think that's enough lecturing for today. As for today's homework, I'm on a 5-paragraph essay over each of these creatures' characteristics, demeanors, or what you think of them personally. 5 paragraphs? Seriously? Okay. 5 paragraphs. That isn't that much. I mean, okay. If I count for it right, then 1 paragraph has around 70 to 100 words. Yeah, 500 per creature is a bit much, but however. The whole class erupts in bitter groans and sighs. And all this done intending first thing tomorrow morning. No ifs or buts. A minute later you'll get a 0. Okay. Now you're a piece of shit. Fuck yourself. The class caps in high. And I'll be taking it as a test case since I know more than a handful of you who most likely brought it off. If he hadn't already taken the class's soul, he sure as hell did now. Enter 18, and I'll be taking it as a test case since I know more than a handful of you will most likely brought it off. I'm one of those handful. I don't blame you, Arito. That seems like a shitty thing to do. I suggest everyone to get to writing. It's going to be a long day ahead of you. Yes, sir. So I guess my freedom is just a joke, huh? I guess I want... As he tries to speak, the bell interrupts him, followed by an explosion of frantic movement from students trying to explain the crew fates. Toppling over each other, the students one by one flee out the door, grabbing onto the forgotten freedom. Ah, you can't be kidding me! I watch his net get exposed when he sees swinging the textbook around like it's some kind of baton. 5 paragraphs over each one! Are you fucking tomorrow? What the hell? Snatching her fingers, she storms out of the class, cursing out loud. Heh. Tranquility is a virtue, Natsuki. Maybe one day she realize that. Give me one of things, I'll start making my way towards the door. Mr. Ikari, where exactly do you think you're going? Well, shit. I knew I should have stayed home. Fucking Monika. Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. Journal entry has been added. I was cornered in the school halls by another group of morons. Again. That's been the 4th time in the past 2 months. I wonder how long is it going to take before people realize how insignificant their insults are and how stupid it is to believe that I'll feel intimidated. Today had been a real pain in the ass. Okay, another one. Entry 20. Was playing yet again for something I had no involvement in. I guess I'm just a scapegoat to help people to flame. Oh, why'd you say that? Look at it stupidly. Did you seriously just ask me that question? I guess so. I shouldn't even have to respond to that for you to know my answer. Oh, come on, I don't even know what you're thinking in that big mind of yours. So can you please just answer me? I take a deep breath and sigh for the 40th time today. Do you want the short or long answer? Oh, give me the smart one! I despise everyone. I don't like any kind of these people. When you crowd them together in one mess, they become dirty, vile, and full of troubling issues that severely irritate me. Ish, was a really long answer? No, that was the short one. Wait, seriously? Then how long is the other one? Best that you don't know. I guess. Does that mean you secretly hate me? I'm an equal opportunities when it comes to hating mankind and every other species similar to us. Just because you are happy and that we grew up together doesn't exempt you from this. Wow, I see how it is. She punches me softly in the shoulder. Was that supposed to hurt? Oh, be quiet, you walking sack of meanies. Never heard that before. I'm gonna go get changed now. Don't let me catch you peeping on me again. How many times do I have to say this? It wasn't even my fault. Oh, so walking on me getting changed in my own house wasn't totally your fault. Well, if your little brother wasn't such a prankster and if someone would have locked their bedroom door like they are supposed to, I would have seen you half naked now, would I? I don't care! That was so embarrassing! Now, I know you're probably wondering what the hell is it you're talking about. It's a long story. About a few weeks ago, see about a homework assignment I completed so she could take notes over. We agreed that she would give it back at the end of the day after the club meeting, but never did. Fast forward an hour or two, I finally remembered about it. So naturally I visited the house without telling her I'm coming over to get it back. Being led inside by a little 10-year-old brother, he proceeded to tell me that both their pants and Seoi went there. When I asked him where her bag was, he told me it was in a room somewhere, so I went to retrieve it. Believing that Seoi was nowhere even remotely close to her house, I opened her door like a cat in the wall to knock. What I saw was that her little brother was a total fucking liar, pulling off her uniform vest in nothing but her underwear and buttoned up. Seeing one clip of me sent her into full shutdown. She just stood there in complete blush shock, as if she was having a mental ejection upon seeing her in little clothes. Ow! I just spit myself in my fucking tongue. Shit. I'm not sure she could even fully process what was happening other than an uninvited guest just barged into her without knocking. Without saying a word, I walked in, found the bag, retrieved my homework, and then proceeded to fuck out and immediately leave the house. The whole time I was fleeing through the house, the little brother followed me laughing and crying. That little bastard. I knew something was up as soon as I heard that soft, evil chuckle of his. Anyways, as soon as I got home, Seoi finally awoke from my trance and proceeded to blow up my phone with all caps text messages and voice calls. After about 5 minutes of attempting to ignore her, I simply turned my phone off and resumed playing video games. You know the story. I have an idea of what they are. I just explain all this to myself as if I had an audience spectating me. The idea of people watching every single I take is completely ridiculous. Hello Arito, my name is Ryder, and some assholes, I think they are named Ancient Nikso and Ryder, took that fucking idea and ran with it. So now you're stuck in a fucking video game. So yeah, and I'm here recording it. You can thank us later. Anyways, back to reality. Hello, are you listening? Huh? What? What are you saying? I said I still don't understand how you just waltzed in, grabbed your walk from my backpack, and then walked out without the slightest amount of embarrassment. Are you had what's that stupid blank expression you always have? Did you even feel anything when you saw me? I'm not exactly sure which feeling you're referring to, so I'm just not going to answer that. So you didn't feel anything? No comment. So you did. Just go get changed already. Fine, I will. Leave me to question what the hell kind of mindset she was just in. I decided it's probably best to just ignore it. So you didn't feel anything? I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Leaning against my locker, I wait for security to be exchanging into gym clothes. It's finally PE class, the only class of the day I least dread attending. Not only it is my favorite period, but it's basically a wake-up call for both my mind and body to finally begin functioning normally instead of being ravaged by tiredness. After mystic arts, I've fallen asleep in every single one of my classes, both sitting and standing up. What? Now, as in the ancient for the Mr. Kai? How the hell do you fall asleep standing up? Of course I got ravaged by my teachers, but me being me, I shocked them off, which didn't help at all. I got 2 referrals today because of my can-do attitude. Monika isn't gonna be happy. Like I can anyways. I have returned! You forgot to tie your shoes. Wait, seriously? She looked down to her untied shoes. Are you alright? That's such a silly thing to do. I facepalm myself as she kneels down to tie them. What the hell kind of person forgets to tie their damn shoes? Oh, just that stupid, I have dementia. I'm not that stupid, and I don't have dementia. I can remember things, I know I can. You're not stupid, huh? Are you sure? Positive. I'ma ask you that again. I want you to think long and hard about it. Are you sure? Super duper sure. She didn't even attempt to try. But you keep asking me that. Well, you do realize that dementia is a sleep disorder and not a memory loss condition, right? Memory loss is insomnia. So do you mind explaining to me how you got those 2 mixed up? As I said, I've already played through this session. And you know what? I'll talk about it later. Trying to find the words to defend herself from appearing even more like an idiot, she squirms in her shoes. Well, you! What about me? If you were so smart, why did you call dementia and memory loss have condition when it's a sleep disorder? How about you explain that to me, huh? Ha! Oh, how the tailor was turned. Placing her hands on her hips, she stands tall with blood emanating off her like a neutron star. How stupid can she be? Just look at her, she doesn't even realize how I purposely swapped definitions to throw man in a loop. I just want to say, Arito, you're a giant piece of shit. Hell, I'm 100% positive she didn't even know the difference between the words until just now. I'm genuinely stumped. Like, how does this girl even survive in today's world? What? Cat cut your tongue? You're so lost for words that you can't even find out how stupid you really are? No, I'm just really disappointed. Oh, so you finally feel disappointed in yourself, huh? I finally won against you. This deserves space. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! You dumbass, stop celebrating. I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in you. What? What do you mean you're disappointed in me? Did I just outwit you? False! False! Why false? Remember when I asked you to think long and hard about answering my question of if you were positive or you're not stupid? Yeah? Why do you think I asked that? I know, just to confuse me, I guess. What does it have to do with anything? Pulling out my side phone, I typed to mention in my phone's internet browser. Well, first off, okay, I'm starting to dislike Arito. Well, he gets a bit better later on, but right now I dislike him. You know why? Because he's a piece of shit, and he has an iPhone. You know what? Fuck him. Look at this Sayoi. Shoving it in her face, she begins reading the definition out loud. Dementia is a collective term used to describe various symptoms of cognitive decline, such as forgetfulness. It's a symptom of several underlying diseases and brain disorders. Dementia is not a single disease in itself, but a general term to describe symptoms of impairment in memory, communication, and the thinking. Finishing the whole description, she stares at me confusingly. Okay, I understand what you're hinting at. What's your point? I take my phone, I type in insomnia, and proceed to do the same as before. Now read that. Insomnia is a sleeping disorder. In which you have trouble falling or staying asleep. This condition can be short-term, acute, or can last a long time, chronic. I watch her face slowly become more bleak with each passing word. It may come and go. Acute insomnia lasts from one night to a few weeks. Insomnia is chronic when it happens. Not daring to finish the rest, she looks down at her feet in humiliation. Now then, after refreshing your knowledge, remember how you define those two terms as? She slowly shakes her head. Then I shall say no more. I think. Ow! What was that for? You suck, Arito. It's not my fault you allowed me to trick your mind. Oh, I don't wanna hear about it. You got no room to make fun of me after all the trouble you got in. What? How do you know? I haven't even told you anything yet. You just did. Why are you? Oh, god damn it! She just did what I did to her. That little overgrown red with wings. I swear you may be sweet and bubbly on the outside, but deep down you're a sinister genius. Oh, how sweet. I wasn't implying it as a compliment. Wait, you weren't? I tell you, babe, what I said about you being a genius. Oh, come on, you're gonna have a hard time trying to understand half the things you say. Really now, because all the stuff I say isn't even complicated to understand, while the other half being as easy at cherry picking with my grim personality. Half the things you say are always so in-depth or big word quotes that sound extremely smart. It makes my mind spin around in circles just thinking about it. That's because you're not a bright. Hey! The actual truth is always better than the best dressed lie. Ah, Mingy! I don't want to talk to you anymore! Finished tying her shoes, I lent her hand to her feet. Grabbing it, she tries to yank me down. Is this the part where I'm supposed to fall when I accidentally found your breast like in some cheesy ham anime? Ah, god damn it. Only you would know. I interrupt Sayoi by yanking her to her feet. Losing her balance, I grab her shoulders to keep her upright. What was that? I start shaking violently. What are you doing? Be an asshole. Stop! I stop shaking her and slightly push her away. She wobbles back and forth while holding her head, trying not to stumble over just by standing still. Ooh, that was not so cool. So not cool. And you wonder why I had depression. Quit complaining, we'll be fine. Then I have to head to the PE field. I leave a very Sayoi behind. Happiness is not an idea of reason, but of imagination. Great. And this is where I'll end the episode. I know it may be a bit shorter than I usually make. I usually make our episodes, this might be 45 minutes. But anyway, yeah, if you like this video, then please like and subscribe. Down in the description, you can download this mod, and there are also my social media. That's all. Bye bye. Ryder out. Entry 1. The last time I refused to get up for school, Monika locked me in my room with a dozen porcelain dolls. I'm forever scarred for life. I don't even know where she got them from. Entry 2. Our mother travels overseas a lot for a job. She's basically being all over the world. America, Russia, Brazil, Ireland, you name it. However, she doesn't travel as often as others would think. She's actually home quite a lot. Whenever her job calls her, she's gone for a week or two, then comes back home for about a month before leaving again. Although it isn't consistent, some weeks she'll be home for only a few days before having to leave again, vice versa. The longest she's been away was about 3 months, and the longest she's been home was 2 months. Entry 3. It's best to keep a lot to yourself because it's difficult to search for people who would understand. And when you find those that can, who's to say they want to understand? So why should secrets be shared? Wouldn't it be best for them to remain a secret? Entry 4. When Syria says, I have no idea what you're talking about, there's a 100% guarantee that she does. Entry 5. Monika and Syria went a shower thing all day to school. Even though I lived this same morning routine hundreds and hundreds of times already, the temptation to melt my face off never gets any older. Matter of fact, it seems to increase slightly every day. At this rate, I wouldn't expect a full 12 episode season if my life was an anime. I will kill myself by episode 6. Wait, is that a foreshadowing? Probably not. It seems too much of an asshole to actually kill himself. Entry 6. The gifted, but throughout the real world as well. Syria and other non-humans like her have encountered negative confrontations throughout their lives here at school. Some more so than most. Entry 7. We all use stereotypes all the time without knowing it. We have met the enemy of equality, and that enemy is us. Paul, 1998. And here I am, the embodiment of pre-justice generalization. I am what people dislike, hate, avoid, and cast aside for one simple reason. I categorize them for the dishonesty they hide under the mask of loyalty and friendship. I see them for what they truly are instead of a delusional portrait made of lies and deceit. Because of this, people label me as a conventional discriminator, but I'm not a stereotype. How can I be wrong when everyone I meet reinforces my facts and opinions? Isn't unjust assumptions of someone's character based off of false pretextuals I seen as stereotyping? Again, I'm not a stereotype. What I am is someone who is labeled wrong out of convenience. Entry 8. Wait, wasn't he that kid who was supposedly holding some small gun hostage? Entry 9. These people, every day I have to endure slight, silent, degrading whisper and a stare of inferiority from hypocritical people who have no right to judge me, but after the 3 past years of this, I'm used to it. If I'm not invisible to the class, which is most of the time, then I'm being treated like this. Entry 10. The last time someone called her that the poor soul got blown up. I can't imagine how expensive that hospital bill was. This entry is talking about that time when Arito called Natsuki Saito with her last name. And entry 11 is talking about Arito and Natsuki as well. These two. Sometimes I almost forget they are not a couple. They sure as hell argue like one. I mean, here I am writing in my notebook and they have yet to realize what I'm doing. Entry 12. The last time I pushed Natsuki over the edge, she placed a tooth-aching spell on me. The entire day I felt like my jaw was being crushed by a tank. Entry 13. This is the only reason why me and Natsuki even talked in the first place. They are talking, Arito is talking about Syoi. I've known this girl existed ever since middle school. I had to sit next to her in 2 of my classes. Not once did we ever say a word to each other. Not even when we were when we transitioned to high school. It wasn't until I was blackmailed into the relationship that we finally spoke to one another, and the first words to me was, "You, why'd you bring that email here?"